God bless America. Hello, everybody. I am the Talk Radio Protege, and this is the Protege program. I'm not sure how I didn't talk about this yesterday. I think that that the event around which all this controversy has been swirling happened yesterday, and that's why. But this is just gold, in my opinion. As you have probably heard at this time, yes, it was Monday. President Trump sent the mainstream media into a tizzy when he referred to Senator Elizabeth Warren as Pocahontas. And the story is not that that Trump called Warren Pocahontas. It's that he got the name wrong. It's not she's not Pocahontas. She's Fauxahontas. Okay? Because you look at that picture of this woman right here, and no, the fact that she's a woman doesn't affect how ridiculous this story is. She claims she's 1/32nd Cherokee. Now, me and all of my cousins are less than 1/32nd Choctaw, and we all look more Indian than Elizabeth freaking Warren does. Just saying. No, the real story is that Elizabeth Warren, of course, has falsely attributed to herself this minority status, and that she used this false minority status to kickstart her career in the legal field as a professor at Harvard University. And that's of course, that position is likely what she used as a springboard to get into the Senate. And it's that background that the media has not been focusing on. Instead, they're calling Trump's comment a racial slur. Now, we can just stop right there and talk about the word Pocahontas. It's a person's name. It's a famous person's name at this point. It's a person who's been glorified in the media. We have the Disney movie that glorifies Pocahontas. It's a very good thing to be Pocahontas. It's not a bad thing to be Pocahontas. So when Trump says that Elizabeth Warren is called Pocahontas, that ought to be taken as a compliment. In a vacuum, take the names away from everyone and have a generic white dude says Elizabeth Warren is called Pocahontas. That ought to be a compliment. That's a person swallowing the lie that Elizabeth Warren is an Indian, is Native American, has Cherokee blood. That's not a slur by any definition of the word. Unless, of course, you know that Elizabeth Warren is not really a Native American, and therefore you know that calling her Pocahontas is inaccurate. That's the only way that it's a racial slur. The media calling this a racial slur is them admitting that she's not an Indian. It's them admitting that she's not minority status. It's them admitting that her career before she was a senator is a lie. That's all. I can't believe how elegantly the president is able to play the media. It's events like this that put their claims of Trump being a buffoon and Trump being an idiot and a moron to shame. Because only somebody with an intimate understanding of just how the media was going to react to this kind of a tweak would be able to pull this off. an idiot would not have been able to do this. I'm scrolling down to the bottom because I don't want to get lost in the weeds. I don't mean for this to be a long video. I wanted to get to the bottom of the story, where Gianor would prefer Fauxahontas if Trump wants to give Warren a nickname, because it makes clear that the attack is not on an ethnic group, but on a left-wing politician and the media who refuse to out her for her actions. That line of reasoning right there, fine. But even calling her Pocahontas is not an attack on an ethnic group. Calling anybody, even a Native American, Pocahontas, is not an attack on an ethnic group. Even calling a Navajo Indian... Well, I don't think Pocahontas was Navajo in the first place. Yeah, I don't recall, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't Navajo. Even calling a Navajo Indian Pocahontas would not be an ethnic slur, would not be a racial slur. Because it's a good thing to be Pocahontas. It's a noble thing. It's not a bad thing to be Pocahontas. It would be just as applicable if Trump would to say she's called Sacagawea. Because being Sacagawea is a good thing. Sacagawea, another famous Indian. Not as famous, of course, as Pocahontas, but one that's very well known. If you talk... When studying American history, a lot of emphasis is placed on Sacagawea. She helped guide Lewis and Clark, the explorers, through the Louisiana Purchase, and they couldn't have done their exploration and cataloging of the creatures and the wildlife and the landscape that was the Louisiana Purchase without Sacagawea. Give me a minute, and I'll come up with a name that we could, a way that you could pun Sacagawea into calling Elizabeth Warren a pretend Indian. Or better yet, let somebody give me in the comments a way to pun Sacagawea and make it false. I'm just not being successful right now, but give it to me in the comments and you will get pinned on this video. That's going to do it for this one. I don't mean for this to be a long video, just wanted it to be short. Thank you all for watching. I hope that you enjoyed, and leave a like and subscribe if you did. Let me know what your thoughts are about this event in the comments. Another video will be going up later today, so until then, have a great afternoon. God bless.